Hello and welcome to You Can Cook, Stupid. I'm your host, Philip Jeremick. You know, I thought it was high time that I teach you how to make a pasta dish. And then I was like, but which one? What's like easy and fun and more importantly, easy? And then I remembered puttanesca sauce, which roughly translates to slut sauce. It's true. Here's the legend. There's a few different versions, aren't there always? But basically, this started in Naples, and rumor has it, starring Jennifer Aniston, that the ladies of the night, when they were done after a long night's work, would go to the restaurants, and the chefs would just like quickly prepare whatever they could, which was this delicious dish that consists of olives and anchovies and capers and garlic. It's so good. Another version says that the prostitutes themselves made it and that the smell from this delicious sauce would lure men into the brothel. There were a lot of versions. Look, the point is, it's super easy. It's super delicious. I'm going to teach you to make it. Puttanesca, slut sauce. I should have worn a sluttier outfit, but I guess we'll have to wait for the Coco Van episode for that. All right, so what do we have here for our puttanesca? We have the all-important saucepan, which is on medium heat. It's getting there, it's getting there. We're gonna throw in some olive oil, of course. Let that get hot. And while that's happening, let me show you the components of this dish. It's truly one of those things where you're like, oh, I've got a bunch of things lying around in my pantry. I need to make something. It's that kind of dish. And you may not have these things lying around in your pantry right now, but the more that you cook, you will. These will all be staples. Look how pretty. So we have over here anchovies, all of this chopped very, very finely. Anchovies, we have capers, we have garlic, we have olives, we have crushed tomatoes, and we have shallots or shallots, depending where you're from. Now, these are sort of the ingredients of a puttanesca. The shallots, actually, that's my own little personal touch. And that is because all of this is really, really briny, really, really like sharp flavors. So I happen to think that you need a little bit of this just to soften it. If you're Italian and you're watching and you're like, that's not authentic, then shut up. I know, I just said so. But these are really the ingredients that you need. You've got to have capers, you've got to have anchovies, you've got to have olives, you've got to have garlic and tomato. That is a puttanesca. And if you don't like these strong, briny flavors, well then you are an unsophisticated piece of trash and you need to work on that, okay? So we are just gonna throw all these things together, and that's kind of all there is to this recipe. I'm gonna do the tomatoes last, just because I want the flavors of all of these aromatics to kind of do their thing first. You know, like that's kids, that's important. If there's one thing you learn from me when you become less of an idiot and more of a genius in the kitchen, it is that you gotta let the flavors build and blend and meld and all those wonderful things, okay? So, turning this around because I want those tomatoes last. The garlic's going in, the anchovies are going in. Oh, my favorite. And by the way, because everything in here is really quite salty, generally when I make puttanesca, I don't add any salt. But you know what? You do you. What am I, the police? No. So we've got all that in there. We're just going to medium heat, remember? Mix it all up, let it do its thing. Of course I have not measured. Use your eyeballs, don't be an idiot. You know, I put like handfuls of this, bits of that, pinches of that, whatever you want. As I always say, that is the beauty of cooking, and that's why I don't bake, because, I mean, I've been known to throw down a pretty sweet cake every now and then, but it's a whole day. Like, no, not today. My point is, you don't have to measure. Like, if you're like, oops, too many olives, throw in some more garlic so it's not so briny. If you're like, uh-oh, I was heavy-handed with the anchovies, throw in some more tomatoes so that that acidity balances the saltiness of the anchovies. It's all about balance, guys, just like life, okay? So, medium heat, we're gonna give this like a solid 5-10 minutes. before I add the tomatoes, and then we will be back, okay? I'm gonna find something to drink. And we're back. All right, so it's been about between 5 and 10 minutes, let's say 7. I haven't found anything to drink, but it's okay. This is getting beautifully fragrant. This is also a great time to get your water going for your pasta. I'm gonna add the tomatoes now. And by the way, if you are vegetarian or vegan, you just don't have to add the anchovies. I mean, is it gonna be an authentic puttanesca sauce? Absolutely not, but it'll be pretty damn close, okay? Also, if you wanna make it a little bit spicy, add some red pepper flakes. That's the beauty of the sauce. You can kind of do whatever the hell you want. I'm not Italian, so I'm not gonna have like a real opinion on the authenticity of it. You know, just like do your thing, girl. Cooking should be fun. All right, tomatoes are in. We're gonna stir that around, and it's supposed to be like a pretty hearty, thick sauce. I'm using crushed chopped tomatoes here. If you find, it's like a little too thick for my liking, open up a friggin' jar of tomato sauce and, you know, top it off with a bit of that to make it a little smoother, if that's what you like. So this is gonna do its thing. We're gonna add some pepper. We're probably not gonna add salt because, as I said, very salty things in here, but always, always, always taste your food. What else was I gonna say? I absolutely don't remember. Oh, one more thing. In terms of the type of pasta to serve with this, I feel like a long, stringy business is good, like a tagliatelle or a pappardelle or a spaghetti. But hey, if you want to do elbow macaroni, do elbow macaroni, okay? I truly don't care. So we're gonna let this do its thing. I'm gonna show you some close-ups. Let it reduce a little bit, let it thicken. Give it a taste, and that's kind of all there is to this. It is so freaking easy. An idiot could do it. All right, so after the tomatoes have been added, this has just been simmering away for, I don't know, some amount of time. Keep an eye on it. This is what you want. It's thick. It's not runny. It's not watery. I mean, why would it be? We didn't add anything watery. But at this point, taste it. Taste your shit. Let's see how this slutty bitch tastes. Hot. Oh my God, delicious. We have got the brininess from the olives and the capers, and the anchovies add like a wonderful, I hate to say it, but it's true, umami flavor. The garlic, I love this because it's kind of sophisticated, but also just like truly rustic, like you're chopping crap up and mixing it together. That's all there is to it. Now that I have tasted it though, it is missing 2 things. Could use some black pepper, freshly ground always, don't be trash, and some red chili flakes. And honestly, this is it. The water's just starting to boil, almost. We're gonna cook some tagliatelle, and we're gonna serve this over top of that. I mean, this took mere moments, and if you cannot make this, you're truly a useless human being. But you can. I know you can. It's so easy. Guys, we did it. Pasta's done. It's a beautiful tagliatelle, and I just tossed that together, and hold on, where's my fork? It's around here somewhere. Let's give it a try. I've got fresh pasta here, but listen, I was feeling like a fancy little bitch. The stuff from the box is, frankly, what I use 90% of the time. Oh man. Oops, didn't turn this off. Briny, salty, delicious, flavorful. That garlic, necessary. The chili flakes, it's so good. You can do it. You should do it. Please go do it. I'm gonna go eat this now. See you next time on You Can Cook, Stupid.